Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Chef Rich. It's winter, I'm in New Jersey, it's cold outside, so today we're going to be making some red vegetable soup. Yummy, yummy. Let's jump right in and we'll begin. First thing that we have to do is dice some onions. I'm using a Spanish onion. You can use whatever type of onion you like. I've peeled my onion. We're going to cut it in half. You'll notice that the core is right over here. So when I turn the onion over, I'm going to just cut the core out. Do that on both sides. If you want to V it out, meaning an inverted V, you can do it that way. To dice an onion, put your fingers like this, put your knife up against it. Make sure your thumb is pushed back because very often people go like this and they get their thumb. So flat up against, thumb behind, and slice. Now, you notice I'm not going all the way, when I say all the way through, I'm not over here, I'm leaving the onion together. If you want a larger dice, just move your hand bigger and you'll get a larger dice. This is for basically a small dice. Depending on the size of the onion, you're going to go across at least once. Because this is a pretty big onion, I'm doing 2 times. If it's a small onion, just do once. Once again, I'm only going 3/4 of the way. I'm not going all the way. Turn your onion again. Need a nice fine dice. Now, you didn't go all the way through. So what's going to happen is when you get to the end, just push it over like that. Then go one time across. And you have a nice small diced onion. We're going to peel our carrot. Dicing a carrot. We're going to cut it in half. We're going to cut, we'll do maybe thirds for this one. Then they don't have to be tiny for vegetable soup. So once, twice, and this one we're just actually going to do one time and then go across. You get a nice small dice. And you're just going to add these to our onions. So cutting up celery, make sure you wash it well. Cut it in half. They don't have to be perfectly the same size. Close is good. And just go across. And there you go. I'm going to chop some garlic. And I'm going to be putting the exact recipe in the description down below. Mind you, when I make soup, I always make at least 1 gallon, sometimes 2 or 3 gallons at a time, just because for whatever reason, all my friends and neighbors always want some soup whenever I'm making. So I always make a lot. But I'm going to put both the recipe that I'm doing and how much it yields. And I'll put down a smaller quantity recipe so you can only make like 4 cups if that's all you want to make. So I will put both of those in the description down below. So in here I have my onions, celery, carrots, and chopped garlic. I'm going to coat the bottom of my pan with some olive oil. Probably, this is a real lot. If you look at how much this is, so probably about 2 or 3 tablespoons. I don't like things oily, but because of the quantity, you are going to need some. Obviously, smaller quantity, you'll use a lot less. Initially, we're going to be sauteing it, but we really don't want to brown anything. We really want it to sweat in the end, which I'm sure will happen anyway. So I'm going to put this on high. And later on, after it starts to cook, I might turn it down. I'll let you know. So we have some red pepper. You've cut the sides off the pepper. We're going to just dice this. And I'm using red pepper, but of course you can use some either green pepper or yellow pepper, whatever you have. I like little pieces of red pepper in the soup, but we're not going to be adding this now. We're going to be adding this later on. I'm just getting it prepped now. So my red pepper I'm going to be adding later. I also have a 12-ounce bag of frozen corn kernels. Of course, you can use fresh. I'm just using frozen, nice and easy. And I have a large zucchini here. We're going to dice this up, cut the ends off. Going to cut it in half. This will probably go maybe just in half this way. Should be all right. This is a little bit thick, so we're not going to make it too thick this way now. Then we're just going to go across. And once again, we're going to be adding this later on. But while my onions are sauteing, I'm going to get it prepped. And by the way, if there's something in here that you don't like, leave it out. Not mandatory. It's just vegetable soup. You can add vegetables. You can take away vegetables. So now we're dicing a tomato. After you wash it, you're going to cut the core out, an inverted V. Do that again. Inverted V to cut the core out. This side doesn't have the little core. This one does, so I'm going to cut that core off. And then we're going to dice this the same way that we did the onion. This time I'm going to go all the way through. Let's go across. Probably 2 times across. Once, twice. Boom, push it down. And you have a nice diced tomato. So if you can, I don't know if you can see down here, but you'll notice that there's a lot of liquid coming out of the vegetables and starting to simmer. And that is actually what we want. I'm not trying to saute it, which means I'm not trying to brown it. I'm trying it to make it sweat. So in actuality, in about 2 or 3 minutes, this part of it will be done cooking, and we'll go on to the next part. But I just wanted to see what it looks like. You'll notice that it's not brown at all. It's just it's cooking, but not browning. So you'll notice now, like, this is really simmering away. And if you look closely, the carrots and celery are actually just about cooked. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add water. Right now the vegetables are up to here. I'm only going to add water up to here, but believe it or not, by the time I'm done adding all the other vegetables, it's probably going to come close to filling up. So I'm going to add water up to about here right now, and we'll go from there. We're going to do some potatoes. I try to wash my potatoes very well because I leave the skin on. Potato skin is a lot healthier for you. There's a lot more nutrients. And in soup, you really don't notice that there's skin on it. So I'm going to leave the skin on, but you do have to wash them well. We're going to cut it in half. And once again, we're going to cut this in half. So 2 pieces, 2 strips, like so, and small dice. Now, because we're not going to be adding this to the soup until much later on, we have to leave it in water because otherwise this will turn brown or oxidize. So make sure that you leave them in water until you're ready to use them. So our soup just came up to a boil. I'm using a vegan soup base. It's a chicken flavored soup base, but it's actually vegan. There's actually no meat in here. You can use a vegetable base, you could use a chicken base, you could use chicken broth or vegetable broth, whatever you like. All works the same. I have 4 tablespoons here for 12 cups of liquid. On the measurements, it says 1 teaspoon per cup. So I just basically did the math. And after this, we're going to taste it, see how it is. So once you've added the soup base, you're going to take a taste. Very, very hot, so obviously blow on it. Has some flavor, but needs a little bit more. So I'm going to actually add maybe another 2 tablespoons of base, and I'll let you know what it's like. I added another 3 tablespoons of base, so I used almost twice the amount that they called for. Next thing, I have 12 ounces of tomato paste that I'm going to be adding. I'm a little nervous that this might be too much, so I'm actually going to hold off a little bit, and I'm going to get a whisk. I'm going to give this a good mix. That's very, very hot. Now, if you look at the color is actually very, very faint, so I am actually going to add the rest of the tomato paste. So it'll be 1 full can, which actually makes measurements nice and easy. And I'm going to cook this out for a little while, and I will show you what it looks like. So I've mixed in our tomato paste, and now what I want to do is I want this to simmer just for roughly about a half an hour, just to cook out the tomato sauce or the tomato paste. You'll notice that the pot is to the side of the flame, and what that's going to do is any what they call scum, excuse my terminology, is going to kind of come to the side, and later on I'm going to be able to take a ladle and skim that off. So that has like fat particles or just impurities in there, and it's all going to get caught right there. So I'm going to cook this for, like I said, 25 minutes, maybe a half an hour. And then once that is done, I'm going to start adding vegetables. Like you'll notice my potatoes, my tomatoes, my zucchini, and my peppers haven't been added yet. Reason is I don't want that stuff to get overcooked. So we'll be adding that later on. So you'll notice over here, all the scum that has developed. And I'm just going to take a ladle and you go right underneath it and scoop it up. And this is a combination of the oil that we sauteed with and then the other impurities. And this just goes down the drain or garbage, whatever you prefer. Like so. Very easy. So I just ladled off all the scum from the top of this. Now I'm going to reposition my pot back into the center of the flame. I'm going to turn the heat up again. I drained all the water off my potatoes, and I'm going to add my potatoes. I have my zucchini and my red peppers. Give this a mix. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to a boil and simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes until the potatoes are cooked. And like I said, that'll just be like 10 to 15 minutes. So very, very important while you're waiting for this to come to a boil. Every now and then you want to stir, and you want to make sure that you actually scrape the bottom a little bit to make sure that the bottom's not burning. If the bottom's burning, you have to turn on the flame a bit. So the soup has been cooking for 10 or 15 minutes. And you notice that there's more scum buildup. So we're going to skim that off before we do anything. Like so. And now our potatoes are just about tender. They're still a little bit crunchy, but just about tender. So last thing we're going to add is our tomatoes. And our corn. And once again, we're going to bring this up to a simmer. We're going to cook it out for probably 5 to 10 minutes. Give it a good mix. And I will see you in 10 minutes. So the last thing I'm going to do is add, I'm going to start off with 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I like this to have a little bit of spice. Not a lot of kick, but just a little bit of kick. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I just added the tomato and the corn. And I'm going to let this cook out with the tomato and corn for, like I said, for 10 minutes. Soup is done cooking. If you look at it, it's a nice, thick, hearty vegetable soup. I did try it. Tastes delicious. But now, what can you do with this? So this is a vegetarian soup. And of course, you can just have vegetable soup. Very often, I like to have it as an entree. You know, like I'll come home late at night. I'm by myself. And I figure, okay, it's cold. I'll just have soup. So in here, I've put enough soup, probably for about 3 people, because that's what's eating. Or that's who's eating, I should say. And I have some raw chicken. I'm going to just add this to it. Now I'm going to put this up to boil for another probably 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Or simmer, I should say, not really boil. At that point, I have like a nice hearty meal. Very filling, very flavorful, very tasteful. But it has all my protein, so it's just like it's literally a one-pot meal at this point. So I'm going to put this up to simmer, and I'll show you what it looks like in 10 minutes. You take a look at our soup. It's now done. Chicken is fully cooked. Along with adding chicken, other things that you can do. If you're vegan, you can add quinoa as opposed to beans. You can add beans and quinoa. If the quinoa is raw, if you add rice that is raw, you might have to add some more liquid because that's going to absorb some of the liquid. You'll notice that it's already quite thick as it is. So if you're putting in raw rice or raw quinoa, add a little bit more liquid so it has something to absorb. If you're going with cooked rice or cooked quinoa, you can just add it directly in. So that's one thing you can do with it. The other thing is, if you like the soup, but you want to just change it around, you can add some cilantro, add a little bit of chili powder, add a little bit of cumin powder, and add some lime juice, and you'll have a Mexican version of this soup, which is also delicious. So anyway, let's take a try. And these are things that I do at home, so I'm just letting you know. I put a real lot of chicken in here, so it's like a complete meal all in one, and it's extremely healthy for you. Very low in fat, high in vegetables, high in protein because of the chicken, so extremely healthy meal. And it is really, really, really good. Seriously delicious. You will love this. Great for a cold day, especially if you're on the East Coast or Siberia, wherever you live. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Be well.